Get used to it already. I mean, you saw it in, I think, 2 videos this week, but for me, it's the actual first official video that I film with this on my head with the new dark hair. It is still not the desired color, so I want to go full on black. But this is just a 4-week transition color because we had to test out a bit how the hair reacts to the new color since it was very broken. But I told you all that on the Monday video. So today we are doing another part of Controversy Friday, so the second one of 2025. And I ask you, and I can't believe that I didn't do this before, your unpopular opinions regarding makeup and the makeup community in general. I was 100% sure that we already did this, but what we did was we discussed annoying behaviors of content creators, but never did an unpopular opinion. By the way, I think with the new dark hair, I will switch back again to these headbands, these like frotte, is this the right word, frotte headbands, the white ones, because the foundation in the hair now will look super weird. Just in general for this video, I will be using one of my older favorite palettes. This is the Flower Nose Black Swan palette from the Swan Ballet collection. I absolutely adore this. There were 3 palettes in there, and that's the only one that I kept because for obvious reasons. And I will also not talk during or show you the foundation application because I need that footage for a review. And if I don't know, maybe you saw the video already on Wednesday, or maybe it will go up, but basically I'm live filming the application process of the new the Florasis Serum Touch Foundation. And I just checked in my content planner, the foundation review of this will go up next Friday, so I have to film the application today so I can cut the video and do all that, but yeah. So I would like this time to be a little bit different, and I want to start with an unpopular opinion, and that's I probably have to do a little bit of explaining for that. My unpopular opinion is very creator biased. So if you are not a makeup or a content creator in this community, you cannot relate to this, but let me explain. The content creator that is promoting a shop that you are using an affiliate code or affiliate link or the recommendation of is not responsible for your problems with the shop. That is just something that I need to get off of my chest because there is a complete difference between like having a discussion like, oh cool, you ordered from that shop too and I still have to wait, I'm guessing when my order is going to arrive. That is fine. I love having these discussions with y'all. But there are people who either in the comments here on YouTube or who just kind of think that they're entitled to make me responsible for their delayed delivery. I have had people commenting or messaging me, especially with the Izamaya Core Collection launch, that their orders haven't shipped yet. Why do I have mine? They're so mad at me for me having my order. What the fuck? I had the same discussion with a friend of mine who said, hey, I ordered, because she's from the US, mine hasn't shipped yet. And then I was like, yeah, that's really weird. But very new news, Izamaya has actually a warehouse in Germany. So I guess that's why it's faster here on my side. And she was like, oh, that's really cool. That was our discussion. That was the whole talk and that was fine. But also another one, they were constantly commenting on like how they ordered something and then it was sold out and all I did was I reacted with hearts and whatever. What? Why is this my fault? Why are you mad at me? Then that is a while ago. I think like a good 4 or 5 months have passed since this. There was this one person who commented underneath my videos how bad of an experience they had with Look Healthy store and how See Beauty Mall is so much better. And I was like, okay, but that's not my problem. Why do you do this? Why are you mad at me? Because it's not that she commented and was like, hey, I had this experience with Look Healthy store that made me really uncomfortable. That is a review. That is completely fine. That is sharing your experience. But that person got mad at me after I told her, hey, that's really, really sad. Maybe contact her even on Instagram because she's very responsive over there. And she was like, yeah, no, you get treated better because you are affiliated with them. Like, I'm not. No, no, no. And that leads me actually to my second unpopular opinion creator-wise. Content creators who are affiliated with a shop do not get better treatment than others. That might be the case for some very, 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 very specific occasions, like we're talking about tier gifting a Hermes Birkin bag to Miklayar. But these are, this is not common. This is not happening like on a regular basis. I am affiliated with Natasha Denona. Do you think that I get a better treatment? No, 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 no. I don't even get discounts. So, what the fuck? I can use my own discount code. That's it. Or I use the discount code of another creator to support them. But I don't get a better treatment. So let's hop on to your unpopular opinions. I scooch a bit to the side. Hate normalizing eyeshadow palettes that are so expensive. I do agree to a certain point with you, but I have a question for that. What is the option? I truly believe that there are brands who are just raising prices because they can hop on that wagon and they can just for the sake of making more profit, they raise these prices. That's economy. That is what it is. That's the market. But there are also brands out there who are constantly trying to improve and make better quality, and therefore they might have to source better ingredients that could be more expensive. So yes, I do understand where that comes from, and I honestly don't think that this is an unpopular opinion. That is something to actually deeply discuss, but who to discuss with? The people who should discuss this, they are probably sitting in their offices, in their meeting rooms and be like, ha 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 ha, those dumb fucks, they're still buying the shit anyway. Why are liars so popular in the beauty community like Michaela? Lies and people just forget. I don't know. I wish I had an answer to this because I am annoyed by this too. I can't with this. I don't understand where's the integrity and why is giving, not only getting, but given a negative review such a bad thing. I really do not understand this. I think, and I think that also applies just to brands in general, an honest review, either positive or negative, is good. Because if it is a constructive negative review where people are just explaining why this, and that does not work for them, that is just a chance to improve for the brand itself, to maybe look into this. Maybe that's an issue for more than just one or two people who talk about this online. And B, did I start with one or eight? I don't care. But B, it is good for the people who are watching these reviews. I sometimes specifically watch the review of people who are the complete opposite of mine, because what they might like or even don't like is the opposite for me. So I myself, I have always been a fan of negative reviews, of just constructive reviews, and there is a certain a difference between a negative review and bashing. Sometimes I just like to bash a product. Sometimes I buy a product to bash it and then I actually like it. So that's just how life goes. But I can promise you, I will never lie. I never did. Actually, I never lied so far in a review. And if I changed my opinion, I circle back to that and say, hey, half a year ago I said this about the product. Now I feel like this. And that's very important too. I hate overlining the lips. Looks like a 5-year-old applied lipstick. Yeah, I completely agree. Overlined lips look fabulous in photos, not even in videos. Because as soon as the person moves a bit to the side, you just see that it is overlined. For photo shoots, for professional photo shoots, for your own photo shoot, when you want to do like a cool selfie, it looks fabulous, but it will always look like shit in real life. I do sometimes overline the center part, so I connect the cupid's bow, but that's like so minimal, I don't even think that people realize I do this. And if they do, tell me. Tell me, does it look like shit? I fucking hate the influencers with lip fillers. Do whatever makes you happy, number one. Two, in my country, you take time from dermatologists for unnecessary vanity procedures. And three, you look dumb. Plus, lip products don't work the same anymore. I'm honest with you, if I had the money, I would do it too, because I don't like the way, like the ratio between my upper lip and my lower lip. I don't like how this looks. So I would get definitely lip fillers to get an even lip look. I definitely wouldn't do like super big lips. I just want to have it like prettier, better, more even. That's my wish. The problem that I personally see is when a content creator is doing an ad or a review of a certain lip product and does not openly say that, because I think that is, especially for the review of lip products, very important. At the end of the day, I don't care if they had lip fillers or not, but if I'm looking for a specific review, I would like to know that, because a gloss, a lipstick, a liquid lipstick will look fucking different on a lip with lip filler in compared to a natural lip. Natasha Denona makes palettes too monochromatic, so we buy many and never get a perfect palette. Oh my god. That is not only an unpopular opinion, I guess, if we just look at the community right now, that's a conspiracy theory. And I do think that the Natasha Denona team, they are well aware of this. They know, and they can justify that, saying, hey, but we offer magnetic palettes, so you can mix and match and create your own perfect little palette. Of course they know that. That's how they make money. I promise you, this answer is not from me. Stop the murky, muddy greens and mustards. On some people, it just looks like they got hit. I also don't think that this is a really unpopular opinion. That's a very valid opinion. And the thing just is, different colors look different on different people. I, for example, hate these types of colors with a passion, but I also know that all of you are constantly freaking out as soon as I do these. And I have to confess that I enjoyed my mustardy looks. I really did. But I will never ever turn into a swampy green lover. Just because I like a certain look, the way I did it, the way I executed it on myself, does not mean that it will turn me into a lover of these colors. They are just not my fucking vibe. So stop convincing me that I should be the vibe for this when I clearly am not. Honestly, if I had to choose between a muddy green look and this, I will always choose this. Now let's start with the first YouTube comment, and it says, jumping on the latest cash cow seems to be perfume at the moment. Influencers seem to think we are ignorant of their grifting ways. Now mate, we see it all now. I haven't checked that it's now turning into a perfume thing. I mean, I have to admit I don't watch actively like beauty YouTube anymore. The only way I'm up to date with everything is through Reddit. But I agree that That was very, very obvious a couple years ago when indie brands became more popular throughout the whole community. Everyone, even the mainest, like mainstream content creators who always just used very mainstream brands, they now hopped on the indie bandwagon, and it is just a matter of time until even these hop on the Sea Beauty thing. I despise Rhodes' marketing bullshit of using other cultures' makeup, giving it a trendy name and pushing it. I will never ever buy anything from them because of that. This is given racist to me, as the OG background for those I've seen were all POCs. Yeah, just Rhode in general is for me such a red flag brand. The new Morphe, oh please, Timo has the same stuff for the factory price. It should be quite known nowadays what shit show of a brand Morphe is, and they've chosen McLeod as their representative. Well, at least they're a brand with that choice. They did. Oh my god. Didn't they make the same mistake with having Jacqueline and not Jeffrey, James Charles? And now they chose Michaela? Wow, that's a weird choice. And if someone tells me that they're buying because of McLeod or similar TikTok shopping sale girls recommendations, I will never ever trust anything they say. They have an opinion about. Okay, now I understand that sentence. Biggest turn off when meeting people. Slap that I'm stupid label on your forehead. Saves my time talking to you. Mwah. I love you. That was a great rant. Gave me a good laugh. I'm counting the days until the generational divide trend of makeup categories dies. It's version 3 of the side part and the skinny jeans discourse. People in all ages like all kind of things, trendy or otherwise. But shaming something like eyeshadow as old not only shames the people who enjoy it, but also makes it harder for people who might enjoy it to overcome the fear of judgment and try it. I definitely agree on that. It is so weird, especially with Gen Z in the social media world and the upgrowing Gen Alpha. They're always like, yeah, but for example, the mascara thing, mascara is so out. You look like shit with mascara. No, you look like shit when you have eye makeup on and no mascara. I'm sorry. There is the line between no mascara for editorial purposes, that looks awesome. But if you do your eye makeup and you then leave without mascara on, I personally think you look unfinished. But at the end, honestly, if I think you look unfinished, that does not mean that you have to wear mascara if you like that. If you don't think you look unfinished, if you think you look perfect, then, oh my god, celebrate that. But don't try to shove it down my throat the way you do stuff, because I know that the way I do my makeup is probably not appealing to other people too. And do I cry about this? No, I don't. Do I sit here and say you have to wear this style of makeup every single day? No, I don't, and you shouldn't neither. Brands that are pumping out... no, I have dough on my shirt. I'm sorry, I'm doing sourdough in the... during the filming, I'm so sorry. Brands that are pumping out palettes every 2 to 3 months. As soon as one drops, they're sneak peeking the next one. It's just too much, so overwhelming. I have palettes from some brands that I haven't used yet, and they already threw out a new one. I do agree with that. I think it is just way too much. And the prime example for this is Nomad Cosmetics, sadly. You know, I love Nomad Cosmetics for what they do, for their quality, for their ideas, for the creativity, but I'm so fucking annoyed by the fact that the She palette that they just had, that the Ski, I'm sorry, I just learned, I got corrected over this so many times. In German, it's She, sh. I know this is just something that probably Americans can't pronounce because this sound, this vocal does not exist in the English language technically. What was I going to say? It's skiing, I'm sorry, but the Lost palette that they brought out in January is not even like a month old, and they started to sneak peek. I think when this video goes up, the guessing game is already done. Another palette, like, Fucking stop it. And I want to add on that point something very, very important. I personally don't think that this is overwhelming because I am the only one who decides how much I give an attention to this. I want to add something to this that, in my opinion, is way worse. It takes away the joy. Do you know what I mean? It takes away the span of time that I can enjoy a certain product. We all know that an eyeshadow palette, just because a new one is coming out, it's not getting out of trend, it's not getting discontinued whatsoever. But our brain is trained to hop on the new stuff, to enjoy the new stuff. And with social media and all that, we are trained to feel this fear of missing out, although this is not the right usage of that term, to be honest, but it fits definitely here. These constant releases take, in my opinion, away the joy of products, because I can enjoy a certain product release. Oh, I just knocked over here a little container. I can enjoy a certain makeup release for 3 months straight from a brand without them releasing anything else. And I'm pretty sure in these 3 or even 4 months, people will constantly put up looks. They will constantly talk about the palette. But we are just trained to not to. We are just trained, our brain is waiting for the next new drop. So of course, also the content creators stop talking about a palette after like 2 uses, because they're like, okay, the next palette is just right around the corner. Does this make sense what I'm telling you? I feel like I'm rambling a bit. I wish brands would give their products, their palettes, their releases just more time to breathe, more time to exist, more time to develop, because palettes also constantly circling in, coming back in trend. But yeah, these days it's all about the news. That's what I wanted to change a little bit here on this channel. And honestly, for myself, I can only speak for me, limiting my makeup purchases to only the social media money has helped me a lot. It's like this budget without being a budget, you know what I mean? Too many channels doing interchangeable videos on the exact same PR at the exact same time. Oh, with every Odin's eye drop. Honestly, it's so annoying. It's nice to get some actually thoughtful reviews or demos of the products, but a lot of content is now just lazy marketing or clickbait. There are not enough channels with passion, creativity, or genuine discovery and continued enjoyment. Makeup is one of my hobbies and I want to enjoy it with other hobbyists and SMEs, not marketers and hoarders. Hopefully you feel comfortable here at this channel, because I try my very, very best to just give you my enjoyment, my pure joy of makeup. I am a makeup enthusiast. But I fully agree with you. I a while ago, 2 years, 1 year, I don't know, when I actually still actively watched beauty YouTube, I was hyped, for example, for the release of an Oden's Eye palette, Nomad, doesn't matter what. But the moment that it dropped, everyone released their video and I was instantly turned off. I participated in one of these, we release our video all at the same time too, when I got a PR from Nomad Cosmetics. And honestly, I think my video would have done so much better if I released it a day or 2 later. Because the people are just too overwhelmed when the full feed on YouTube is just filled with these videos, and the people are just then not clicking anymore. And I understand that they don't. I really, really understand that. The recent flood of new color stories from indie eyeshadow brands has made me realize a few things. Makeup companies capitalize on our magpie-like attraction to pretty shiny things. At the end of the day, we're simply paying for color in the hope that this palette is truly different, but no color story is actually new. That is kind of sad, but kind of true. Yes, yes, yes. While there are infinite possible shades, our brain ultimately processes the same ROY GBIV spectrum plus black and white. Once you own a dozen or so palettes, you could destruct them and come close to recreating nearly any new release that catches your eye. And even if you couldn't make an exact dupe, the look you achieve on the safe would likely be the same. Yeah, that is definitely a point. And for me specifically here, I am very, very jealous on those people who are able to deconstruct their palettes. I wanted to punch my phone, to eat my phone when I saw how Microsoft, my Pang, the creator, when she was depotting all her palettes and destroyed them because she uses them actually all in magnetic palettes. I am very, very jealous of those people who are mentally capable of doing this. Just the thought of ripping apart my palettes, or if we start soft, rearranging a magnetic palette gives me burning headaches. I can't. It's wrong. It does not feel right. I will also argue with people to death. There are wrong and right spoons. There are spoons that are not spooning. That's it. Period. Shimmer shadows, I admit, can feel special, but there is a limit to how much a shift can shift. A swatch of a dimensional shimmer might look stunning on a flat surface like a hand or wrist, but on the eye, the lid is small, curved, and often in motion, meaning those magical shifts rarely translate to the way we hope. Yeah, it's real. The worst thing is, and I never related to something more than to this, the worst thing is I know all of this and yet I can't stop buying eyeshadow palettes. At the end of the day, I am just a magpie. Honestly, that whole part here is very poetically pleasing. I fully agree on that. I am aware of all the releases. I am aware of the fact that I didn't have to buy the new Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette because I have these shades already. But, and I think that is one important thing that is missing here in this comment, in this theory about our society in makeup. The lazy factor is missing because, of course, I can create the same eye look with different shadows from different brands that I could create with, let's keep it with the Beauty Below palette. But I'm lazy. I don't want to hassle through 4 different eyeshadows when I can have the shades already arranged in one. And that is the thing. And yes, you can deconstruct the palettes and you can put it all in a magnetic one, but just as I said, for some people that's physical pain. I cannot. Do you know what my biggest accomplishment in terms of this feels wrong is? The fact that I am able to apply the Isamaya face glaze over my powdered face. Because this is a cream. Cream is supposed to go underneath powder, not on top. But I do it. I'm proud. Can I get a clap for this? Like, applause, a standing ovation, something very modest. You know, my brain. And a lot of people work like this. So the next comment has a couple points, so I divided it. Let's start with the first one. Product design is becoming more inaccessible for gimmicky marketing reasons. My latest issue with the liquid blush dispenser that dispense product using a button. Good luck trying to get product out with long nails. Even better luck if you're hypermobile or have dexterity issues. I bent my finger back. Just trying to test one at Sephora. Okay, I think you mean the hourglass blushes. Yeah, I agree on that. I want to try the new Isamaya color correcting serums, but I just know that I'm going to hurt myself trying to, for the lack of better term, milk the product out of the end. And I love this brand. I can agree that there is often no way to make a single product accessible for everyone. People can have very different needs, but I think we are backsliding as an industry by removing some of the more accessible aspects of a product design in a never-ending hunt to come up with something that looks different enough that it can be sold to people who already own a similar product. To a certain point, I do agree with you on that, but I also don't, because there is. Okay, for me personally, that's a very personal thing here, but that's all of it, personal opinions. For me, there is just a very big difference between creating a product for gimmicky reasons to look different, or is there a theming behind that? And when we just specifically talk about the Isamaya one, there is a theming behind that, and I understand that. I am not suffering from any of those that you said in the comment, but even I have problems getting out that color correcting serum. So I do agree on that to a certain point, but I also see the story behind that. But I also think that, for example, with the hourglass blushes, I love the quality, but the longer I have them, the more I start to hate the packaging. The same packaging, by the way, you have with the Danessa Myrix one, but since this is bigger, no problem at all. Number 2, this leads to my next point. All the colors and formulas for new releases are pretty much the same. I have a decent sized makeup collection, just under 100 items total. Yeah, I don't. And there is pretty much nothing that has been released within the past 6 months that fills a niche in my collection. Can you please stop calling me out too on that? Offers me something new and innovative. Every blush release has the same 2 pinks, orange brown, red brown, and if we're feeling crazy, light purple colors. I have, by the way, a hair somewhere here, and it is driving me nuts. Where is it? Every brand is putting out the same squeezy tube lip balms in the same colors, etc. I think this is why brands are playing with packaging and dispensing methods so much, because no one wants to truly test any new formulas or colors that could potentially flop. I want to see blue blush and grey lip gloss. For a second one, go to See Beauty. They have tons. I want cool toned and properly neutral colors. Go to See Beauty. They have tons. I want sparkly mascara, See Beauty. Oil spill multichromes, See Beauty. Frost lipsticks, See Beauty and MAC. Girl Code, Cleona, Isamaya, and even MAC with their re-released nudes seem to be paving the way, but all the mainstream releases are so far behind. For now, I'm mostly looking to indie brands and the Asian alt scene for these products while Western markets catch up. Yes, definitely. This is the way to go. The Asian market is just 5 years ahead of the Western market, and that has been forever the case. I am so thankful that I caved my way into that, because that way I discovered so many items that just make me so happy. And 3, finally, can we please move away from plastic already? I feel like this complaint is decades old at this point. Give me an aluminum lipstick case that I can refill, standardize the size of eyeshadow pans, and make all palettes magnetic. Ship everything in cardboard and make everything at home recyclable. I don't care if I have to pay more. Our planet is literally burning. I disagree with that, to be honest. How do I say this? Plastic is not the problem. The problem is people who are not willing to learn how to also properly treat plastic when it comes to recycling, I guess. I do agree to the point that, yes, we do have a packaging problem. Yes, we do have a problem with packaging, like not being standardized. I just hate the fact, for example, if we just look at one brand, how I'm basically lint rolling now myself because I lost some powder here. I hate the fact that, for example, in between Glaminatrix, there are different pen sizes. What the fuck? Why do you do this? It's cool that you don't care how much you have to pay for this. It is a matter of what is the use of it. And personally, I wouldn't be fine with having to pay $10 more for an eyeshadow palette just because it's magnetic. I don't use that. It's not for me. You can't make every single customer happy. But I think one of the main problems is also how well aware are the people of how to treat their garbage, right? What to do with what options do you have? 100%. What drives me even more nuts is actually the PR packaging with some of these items, like having it so big with electrics and light and stuff. This is so fucking unnecessary. Clean beauty. I want preservatives. I'm okay with parabens. I do not want microplastics and ingredients harmful to the environment. I want components that are more environment friendly and not plastic overload. That's a good one. Not overload. But we cannot not use plastic. That's just impossible at this point in history. I don't like mirrors and palettes and compacts. They get dusty, and how many mirrors does a person need? That's controversial. Like, I don't use them either, but I think a lot of people do actually. I think every brand should be cruelty-free. I loathe trend and gimmicky products when they lure people in with packaging, oversprays, pattern powders, pH changing crap, blah, 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 blah. Oh, especially the oversprays. I don't like that every release is so mainstream and safe. Yes, pink lipstick is nice, but what about grayish mauve? See beauty. If you're gonna bring back a product, don't change the color. Max Stone OG is not the same as Stone 2.0, for example, then why pretending it is the same? Just release it as a new shade. Yes, I saw that too. I do like the new Stone, but I never had the old Stone, so I cannot compare. Bring back singles. I don't buy an entire palette just because it has one shade that I'm after. No, fully disagree. Absolutely. I think it would be economically a very bad decision for brands to do this. A lot of brands will go bankrupt because not everybody wants this. Really, really not. I understand the urge, but honestly, there are so many beautiful brands out there who focus on single eyeshadows. You will find it there too. Stop making white-based blushes. Full pigment blushes for everyone. Pale skin tones, just use less. Yeah, okay, cool. Yes, yes, yes. I'm over lip oils. Gloss can be used as a topper over lipstick. Oils eat it. Yeah. Bulky packaging, can we just not? Same for difficult to open packaging, all those Hellraiser magnetic puzzle components. What puzzle components? Tell me. Edit, and brand owners need to stop being a piece of garbage. I don't want to have to research every brand to make sure they aren't transphobes, ableist, supporting people doing vile things, racist, liars, etc. I have a very, very unpopular opinion on the last point, and I'm well aware of the fact that I might sound a bit hypocritical because I constantly bash the transphobic reign for this. But mainly because this is one of the cases where I saw it live. My problem is the hypocrisy with this in the community. Like, if we are having these standards towards indie brand owners just because the information is more accessible to us, we still should apply the same standards to mainstream brands. Just saying. But circling back to another comment we just had, everybody is free in their decision. Buy what you want. We have to talk about cancel culture. I'm so confused why Jeffree Star is still cancelled, but the old owners of Too Faced who are cancelled are back with a new brand, and everybody is suddenly fine with them. I totally agree on that. Same goes with those that use James Charles makeup. I don't get it. In my eyes, we have so many brand owners that are sketchy and get partially cancelled, only to forgive by their next launch. Yes, That is definitely not an unpopular makeup opinion. That's just the truth. By the way, what do we think about the brows? They are a little bit too black, I think, but for these like 4 weeks until I'm fully black, I don't want to buy another brow product. Some people on YouTube follow and copy their friends who are also on YouTube and talk about the exact same product in the exact same way. Really aggravating. I'm sorry. And every product is wonderful. Yes, definitely. Like, not only YouTube, I think it is especially TikTok that raised this behavior of just everything is so nice because people want brands to buy their videos. So embarrassing. And we're already at the last comment here. Time flies when you have fun with makeup and can discuss controversial things. So I'm gonna apply mascara and then I talk about the last comment. So I decided to do the lips too. I'm wearing the MAC Caviar lip liner together with the Project Moon lip cream from Dramo. This is the shade Dark Night. It's just a black matte lip cream. So let's tackle the last comment. I'm really frustrated with creators who pass off first impressions as genuine reviews, and it's concerning to see subscribers and consumers settling for a lower standard when it comes to what qualifies as a real review. Fully agree. I think there are products where I just need one use to know to know how it works, but that mainly applies for eyeshadow and lip liners and stuff. Maybe even a lipstick / lip gloss, because at the end of the day, lip products will wear off, period. That's it. But, you know, especially face products, they definitely need a longer testing time. I've been testing the Florasis Cushion Foundation now for 2.5 weeks for you before I today now film the review. Creators often lament having insufficient time. I'm sorry, I'm very bad today with your choice of words. To try out a product in various ways over an extended period. They also gripe that those comprehensive videos don't receive many views, but it's their responsibility to represent or to present their opinions in a way that's engaging and easy for us consumers to digest. I think this is just something that is wrong on two sides. Of course, on the reviewer side, on the content creator side, nobody is forcing them to do this. They do this. But at the other hand, honestly, they're not wrong with that. People, even in my comments, they're always screaming for, yeah, do this video, do that, do looks, do this, do blah, 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 blah. And then I do it, and these get just the lowest views. And at the end, if you're a content creator who even does this full time, you rely on the views because that's how you make money in most of the cases. I find it refreshing when small creators share their thoughts on a product after they've had time to change their minds about them or decide weeks or months later whether they would repurchase. That kind of feedback is invaluable once the initial excitement wears off. That's why I still do my quarterly empties, because while these are not very well watched, there are just reviews in there that can be helpful for people. What if creators became more selective about what they purchase or accept as PR? It might give them more opportunities to explore and evaluate products in depth. Yes, but honestly, new products get the most views. That is just the problem. While this may not seem like a significant issue for many, I've noticed a concerning trend among consumers as well. For instance, I'm currently testing Refa brushes, and I make it a point not to share any thoughts until I've used the products extensively and in various configurations. I genuinely want to be helpful to those interested and provide meaningful feedback that the development team might consider for future prototypes. It was disappointing to see how superficial most reviews are, and I can't help but wonder if this reflects the kind of laziness we've allowed from makeup creators. Yeah, definitely, of course. By the way, if you're currently testing Refa brushes, good for you. I've been using mine for, I think, 1.5 years now. I think that was the first time I got Refa brushes. And I do have some of them that are really, really bad. Like, there was one super big foundation brush with an angle, but flat. That is crap. that's such a crap. But the other foundation brush they recently came out with, beautiful. In general, I love them. So have fun testing. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, very good points. But yeah, that's basically it for this super ass long video. I hope you liked that. I love the controversial Fridays. What's wrong with me today? I enjoy the discussion with you. I enjoy the topics with you, and I can't wait for the next one. So if you have any ideas, any wishes, any topics that we should discuss here in this format, drop it down below. If you also have unpopular makeup opinions or makeup community opinions that you just didn't share yet in these postings, do it down here. If you want to participate in one of these videos, I totally forgot to say it in the beginning, I always ask the question here in the community tab on YouTube or on Instagram in the stories as a sticker, you know, the question sticker, and you can answer there too. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any of this type of videos or any of the other cool videos I've planned, and I see you soon.